rate, this number will come down. But we don't see that in the next 5 to 10 years. It's definitely poised for 10% growth at least. So I don't think there's a problem. Now, testing size. Why should I get into testing? That's what we are talking about. And what is my chances of getting into that? If you look at this slide, it's a very simple one. Previously in India, if they recruit 8 developers, then they will have 1 tester. Or the ratio between the developer and tester is for every 10 developers, they used to have 1 tester. That was previously. That means testing also has 2.5 lakhs people only in India as on today. But now what happens is the customers or the clients, they are demanding very high quality. Since they are demanding very high quality, you need to have more testers. So they want the ratio of, say, for every 5 developers have 1 tester, for every 6 developers have 1 tester. Don't have 8:1. That is one of the mandates coming from customers. Since that is coming, if I say, if I have to recruit 2.5 lakhs, instead of just 25,000 testers I need to get into the industry, they want 50,000 fresh people into the industry, right? And 50,000 new testers are needed in India every year. Okay? Assuming an engineering college has got 400 seats, that means we need to take 120 such colleges to fill up this vacancy, right? So testing alone is a very big market of 50,000 fresh recruits every year. Out of this, what happens is 20,000 people are going through the campus interview mode because bigger companies recruit through campus. Since they recruit through campus, they get trained into that. But remaining 30,000, they are coming through off-campus interviews. So remaining 30,000 people, they need to get trained not by the company, by some institutes or by yourself or e-learning. Then you can at least try that off-campus interviews. Now the question is, do you want to be one among that 30,000 for the year 2013? How many of you want to be like that? Do you want to be part of that 30,000 off-campus interview? Can you please raise the hands? Of course. Great. A lot of people raise the hands. Almost everybody. That's good. Yes, you can. And this year is the 150th birth anniversary of Vivekananda. So, believe it in it. You can. You have all the potential. You are already good. Try to become better. We should not say that we are bad. We are all good. We have infinite potential. We can achieve. Remember Swami Vivekananda's word. You will definitely achieve. But what I am going to try to give in the next few slides, some of the facts, we need to taste it as it is. We cannot have a sugar-coated tablet or some wrong numbers. We need to take fact, face it, improve on it. Why should every company recruit freshers? The strengths. The first is the strength. You are a free mind. You can be trained in any area. You are not biased to this area or that area. You are a free mind. A free mind has no inhibitions in it, no complex in it. Inferiority or superiority, you can be molded in any way. That's what companies do want. But as you grow, the people will become brittle, or I would say just rigid. They are not flexible. But since the fresh crowd is young and energetic, we can get more work done from that crowd. It's a sheer energy. And freshers are available in plenty. Suppose I give an ad, hey, I want 20,000 Java developers with 10 years experience. You don't have them. So that itself is not available. Get me 500 molecular scientists from India. You don't have. So that's a scarcity. Whereas when it comes to freshers, plenty. You have a lot of people, so many colleges available. And freshers are not afraid of traveling, right? Or relocating. Hey, can you move to Delhi? Yes. Can you move to Bombay, Ahmedabad? Yes. Can you move to Bangalore? Because they are ready. That's one good thing with bachelor crowd, right? And just one bag, pack, go, enjoy. Compared to a 30-year-old person, the commitments of a fresher, maybe excluding a few in terms of education loan or family commitments, together as a community, the commitment is less. Since the commitments are less, the mind is more hungry towards technology. The mind works much better way than a person with commitments. And since the crowd is young, they are willing to grow fast. If I say, hey, your next promotion may happen after 10 years, they are not interested. I have the potential. I will learn fast. I want to grow fast. That's a very, very good strength in all freshers. And most importantly, loves technology. This community loves technology. It's not that, no, I am all conservative. I will not use these new technologies. I will stick to my old way of or old practices. No. Freshers, they are really loving the new technologies. That pushes them towards the cutting edge area. These are all the good strengths. That is why every year some of the big companies even recruit 40,000 freshers, 50,000 freshers. So the fresh mind, the fresh oxygen, the fresh blood has to get into the company, every company. When biggies recruit in thousands, medium companies recruit in hundreds. Small companies recruit anywhere between 1 and 10. A 100-member company, if it wants to grow 10%, it has to recruit at least 10 more people, right? So always the fresh crowd is needed. And have I missed any of the strengths that you feel? If you feel some of your other strengths than this, can you please type it in the chat and then send it to me? Maybe I have missed, but these are all the things that I have broadly collected from people. Okay. Can you, any other strengths that you feel? Okay, a few people are saying that they work in a group. Okay, yes. I could see more cohesion or collaboration among the freshers. Pressure free. And there is a question, is this a session for job seekers in India? No, this is anybody from the world. You can attend it, not a problem. They are more friendly. Yes, I agree. The freshers move pretty easily with others. They don't have any reservations, right? Cool. Okay, now I think probably we have covered some of the strengths, but at the same time, we need to assess ourselves in terms of the realistic stuff. Now I'm going to talk about the weakness also. Okay. Now the weakness from the fresher community. One of the recent survey published in a newspaper, it is this. If you see here, this came in Hindu Business Line recently. I think this is done by one of the companies, Teamlease, which is the biggest contracting company. If you see here, the pattern, right? It says very clearly, it could hire only 5% of the candidates who came seeking jobs due to their lack of skills of the jobs at hand. And every week 40,000 kids every month they come, but they can recruit only less. And this PowerPoint also will be shared with the people who attended this, so you can read this at your leisure time. That is the situation. It's not that some surveys do say 10% to 11% are okay, employable, provided you give rigorous training of 6 months. But giving 6 months training, company also should spend a lot of money on your salary infrastructure. That means there is a big gap in the way university is producing people and the way industry is expecting people. So this is not coming from Tom, Dick and Harry. This is coming from one of the biggest contracting companies, which is employing 65,000 people across India. That's a problem. That means the fresh crowd needs a lot of soft skill and hard skill training. If you see here the last line, right? They need to tuck in their shirts or shave while attending an interview, but they were not told, right? So people come to the interviews casually. So there is a soft problem also in the people. We need to accept it. People in the cities do have some exposure, but these people from the semi-urban and rural, they don't have that kind of an exposure, but they form majority of the crowd. And majority of the crowd lack good communication skills. This is very important. You cannot ignore this. This is because of the linguistic background, economic background, not getting exposure to talk in English. But you cannot say, hey, I come from this place and your company has to give me a job. I will talk only in my mother tongue. You cannot. We want to be internationally competing. And we need to be competitive enough to do that part. So that communication part itself is a 50% negative mark. And we could see a lot of emails from freshers, grammatically wrong English, at the same time impolite language. So they do not know how to do that, but they have to be trained. Only good thing is, because they were not told, they were not taught. It should have been done by the academic institutes, but the academic institutes did not do a good job. That's point blank. That's absolutely no doubt in it. If that has been trained in the colleges itself, I am sure every one fresher will be having that employability index up and high. But it has to be done. So who should do this? You get the degree, the college forgets you. They don't have any responsibility to train you further. But you want a job and you are having the energy, then the responsibility relies on the industry to train you to suit their needs, but the training comes with a cost. And another thing, especially in the last 5 to 6 years, always in a hurry. This is again another thing. Some of the debates also say restlessness. Before you join the job, you plan for the job hop. It's not that everybody. The moment 30% of the people leave after the first year itself in a company, that means their commitment levels are low. That's a soft factor. It's not, they may be technically great, but the problem is the whole industry suffers because of that. Especially BPO industries, they train hard, they lose the guy within a year. Retraining, it takes time, it takes money. And hyped influence about the industry. When I say hyped influence, people have some notion that okay, this industry definitely is one of the good industries, but it is, other industries are not something bad, right? They are also equally good. As I said, IT industry is a service industry. You cannot live on your own. Unless a bank needs a software, you cannot sell the software. Unless other industries want software, you cannot. But the problem is they started feeling superior than their customers. So that's the hyped influence, which is wrong. And this is a very, very important factor. Number of people faking their experience increasing day by day. It's a nationwide integrity issues. And remember this one thing, like Swami Vivekananda says. I'll be quoting more from Swami Vivekananda because we believe in them. And this year is the 150th anniversary, so we read a lot of books, we do a lot of donations, charity work on that area. So remember just one thing. By doing this activity, any activity you take, by doing this activity, am I making my mother proud? Just ask this one question to you in every one of your activities. By doing this generic webinar to hundreds of people across the world, I am feeling, yes, if I tell this to my mom, she'll feel proud. Same question. Someone fakes the experience in the resume and he or she tells the mother. Will the mother feel proud? Ask that question. Again, it's not the question that I asked. Swami Vivekananda asks. Just ask this question to one of your major activities and minor activities. If you get an answer, yes, you have the right thing. If you are shaky, I cannot tell, or if you say no, don't do that. This is a problem, but beware. Every company is now doing background check. If the employment verification is coming negative, even after coming into the company, people are getting chucked out. So no more people can do that, but still there are companies or there are people who are doing this. This will be eliminated probably in a few years. In US and all, now you cannot do this at all. Complete employment verification will be there. They will get the complete history of the guy. It will happen in the next 5 years in India. And we have done a survey through Open Mentor to many people. What is your goal? People start telling the goal in terms of monetary terms. Many people do not say on value terms and knowledge terms. So I want to learn these, I want to do these things. No, they say I should be getting 10 lakhs per annum by this year, which is not the right thing. Pressure from parents. This is one of the major factors. Parents push the fresh guys out of college. Hey, if at all you join, you have to join only this kind of a company because that alone gives us a kind of a feeling that my guy is working in IT industry. Honestly tell each one of you, how many of you felt this? The parents putting pressure on the fresher. If you have suffered that, can you please raise the hand? Sufficient amount of hands are raising. Yes, I'm not blaming the parents at all, because after all, parents are the first God to us. But the thing is, they do not know. They are also feeling the peer pressure from the other people, right? The problem is, when the parents are putting pressure, already the fresher is under some kind of a pressure to get the job. But it starts thinking, okay, only aim towards the mountain to move the mountain, right? Which is a very, very good ambitious goal. But if the mountain is so big, right, you are not going to achieve it. So these are some of the generic weaknesses of the fresher community. But any point, if we know this is where we are weak, we can improve from that on. Now,